Alrighty, welcome to another Bloomburrow draft here. My first couple drafts, haven't won too many games. This draft, we're going to change all that. What do we got? We got an Eddie Crab, which looks pretty decent in a blue-red deck, which I haven't really drafted yet, so definitely in consideration. Wishing Well, if you're deep into blue-red and have the perfect spell curve, probably still not that good. I'm not going to play it, or not going to take it here, but Clifftop Lookout is another one. I've been really impressed with this card. I think this is a better first pick. 3-mana 1/2 reach, and it puts a land into play, whatever the top land of your deck is. Great in frogs, but also it's fine in squirrels. It's okay in raccoons if you have a high enough curve. Not that good in rabbits, but still. Good to great in 2 of the 4 color pairs, and solid in one of them, and only in one of them in rabbits is it at its weakest. But even then, I bet it's still pretty good. So I'm going to take Clifftop Lookout. I think the card's pretty great. A second Wishing Well. Oh man, a cash grab. I do love the cash grab. What else do we have here? There is Sky Skipper Duo. I could just try to go frogs. Squirrels have betrayed me recently, but Bushy Bodyguard is also a pretty good card if you're in the squirrel deck. Cash grab is great if you're in the squirrel deck. 3-tree Root Weaver is okay in any deck, and Sky Skipper is okay, but honestly, I do think cash grab is best here. All right, I will still take it. Maybe we're squirrels, maybe not. What do we have here? A bunch of red cards, Blacksmith's Talent, some green cards, or white cards rather. I don't think these are really what I want. Light Shell Duo is not really what I want for blue-green anyways. Fountain Port I think is decent. Sack a token to draw a card, pay a life, make a fish, you can make a treasure. All right, I think this helps me not commit yet, and I can see what's open. All right, I could take a Brambleguard Veteran. It's a pretty good card if you have a lot of raccoons in your deck. Giving all your raccoons ++1 in vigilance is pretty good, but I could also just take the Sky Skipper Duo. I kind of feel like this is better set up for a frog deck. You know what? I'm going to take the Sky Skipper Duo. Let's see how that works. Well, now there's a Lily Pad Village. You can surveil if a frog entered a battlefield. I could also take Corpseberry Cultivator. It's really good with cash grab. Yeah, I like the Cultivator. I don't know that I'm necessarily going to be blue-green, and I think Cultivator is a very good card. All right, and here we've got Early Winter. We've got Finch Formation, which is kind of nice. There's the Herbalist. So this is like a rabbit card. This is a mouse card. This is like birds. I mean, I guess there's also Mudflat Village and Early Winter. I've liked having access to an Early Winter. I guess I will take that. I do like Bellowing Crier. That's a late Flamecash Gecko. There's also a Bumbleflower Share Pot, which is good in the squirrel deck. And there's a Mind Whisker, which is pretty great if you can get it going. I could take that, maybe not worry about the Early Winter, because Mind Whisker is pretty good with cash grab. Or I could just take Stargaze and see if I can get that to work. I do think Stargaze is decent. All right, I'll take the Stargaze. Now I think I'll take Treetop Sentries here and pass on Beauregard Mentor and 2 kind of weakish blue cards. Not getting the strongest signal into squirrels, but have a couple cards which makes me want to do it. Cash Grab and Corpseberry Cultivator and Treetop Sentries do work together pretty nicely. All right, we got to start here. All right, and the Root Weaver came back. Sure, that's a good sign. That's a pretty good one. You know, one of the things I haven't really figured out is exactly where squirrels want to land. I kind of feel like it's more of a mid-rangey deck than an aggro deck, because it's got a lot of like synergy and life gain and ways to get things out of your graveyard and fill up your graveyard like it wants long games. So that's kind of how I've been drafting it. I think I want Uncharted Haven here. I like having a tap land if we don't have others to fix your mana. But I don't know, maybe Squirrels is more aggressive. Wow, there's a lot of red cards there. Okay. Let's see if we can get out of here with some dubs. But, I mean, yeah, cards like Root Weaver and Clifftop Lookout and Stargaze, these lead me to want to play a longer, more controlling game, so I will try that. Not that you need to go that far to convince me to do that, but that is kind of what those cards seem to represent. Here, another Stargaze, a Phineas Ace Archer, great card in the Rabbit deck, not what we're doing. I don't need a second Stargaze. I do like Pawn Prophet and Longstock Brawl. I kind of wonder if Saver's better. Saver is pretty good. Just making a food is pretty great, so I think I will take that. And then there's the Swarm. Another Corpseberry Cultivator. You know, last time I took the moose over the cultivator and regretted it. I think I'll take the cultivator this time. I think we're going that direction. And maybe get the treetop sentries back. All right. We got some plans here. See if they come to fruition. I could take a tree guard duo, just like a random decent creature. I could take a 2-mana squirrel, but again, being a squirrel doesn't intrinsically give you that much. Let's just take the tree guard duo. I don't really want dire sight, I don't think. Oh, I do like Curious Forager a lot. Okay, now we're definitely in the bracket of wanting more cash grabs. Not that we didn't already, because the squirrel deck always does, but Curious Forager works really nicely when you're doing a bunch of self-mill. Okay. We're kind of getting there. Oh, another early winter and a polywallop, but there is also a Pond Prophet. I kind of want to just take that. Heirloom Epic I think is good in the rabbit deck, but I don't think we're there. I have Savor, early winter as removal so far. Maybe I'm supposed to take polywallop, but I also kind of love Pond Prophet, so it's just such a good value card. Whenever you cast it, it just feels great. Oh, someone's got a sick rabbit deck. Not me. Couldn't be. I don't really like... I've tried playing Ruthless Negotiation. It's been kind of mediocre, and I don't even have that much self-mill, so I think I'll just take another Tree Guard duo. I think that card is surprisingly solid, even if you're not doing... It doesn't even... Like, it's the best in rabbits because they have tons of creatures, but it's kind of nice in other places. And nice little mouse card. Sure, I'll take the Harvester. I have dreams of like having a self-mill deck so good that you can play this. If I got like 4 cash grabs or something, I could see doing it. But most of the time, I don't think that's where you're going to end up. Oh, Heaped Harvest is a kind of nice one in this deck. You go play this, get a land, then sack it to your cultivator or your treetop sentries and draw a card and get another land. The Sherepot does a similar thing. It's just a removal instead. But I've found Heaped Harvest plays out a little nicer. Oh, Longstalk Brawl Wield. That is nice. All right, that's one of the... There's red cards going everywhere, rabbit cards going everywhere. Is everyone drafting otters or something? Or hopefully not squirrels, but it doesn't seem like. Blooming Blast, 2 cards left. Not sure where the sign was to do that, but, you know, here we are. Oh, Hunter's Talent. Great card. Happily taking that. Pick one. The new Resto Angels, the Salvation Swan. Cash grab I would like, but Hunter's Talent is too strong. It comes into play, one of your things shoots one of theirs, then you level it up and one of your attacking creatures gets +++ and trample, and that's great. And then it's level 3 is if you have a 4-power creature at the end of your turn, you draw a card. Hunter's Talent is really, really good. I don't think I'm going to wield a cash grab, but one can hope. Scavenger's Talent. Whenever one of your creatures dies, make a food. 2 mana. Whenever you sack a permanent, target player mills 2 cards. 3 mana. You can sack 3 other non-land permanents to get a creature back from your graveyard. Huh. I think this card is good in the food deck, but I think Bone Cache Overseer might be better. This just taps to draw a card anytime you foraged or sacrificed a food. So I'm going to take the Bone Cache Overseer. Maybe this comes back, but I'd rather start with Bone Cache Overseer into Bushy Bodyguard with Corpseberry Cultivator still in the pack. It's kind of feeling like it's coming together here. All right, I do like the Bodyguard, and I think I'm decent at making food, so I think I'll take that. There's also a Saver in that pack. All right. Well, getting to take Squirrel cards basically the first 3 picks is pretty great. Well, Hunter's Talent is just a great card, but the other 2 certainly. And then now a cash grab. That I will take over Downwind Ambusher and Daggerfang Duo. Just having like 2 cash grabs, like once you have 2 cash grabs in your Squirrels deck, it's just going to work so much more often than if you have 0 or 1. 3 will work more than 2 though. At 4 then the Barkform Harvester starts to become a card you want to play. Just 1. So you can get it out of your graveyard with a Raised Dead in case you might get decked. Yeah. I actually do think it could be good. If you're really good at going through your deck and you have Barkform Harvester in play, you just get to draw the card you want out of your graveyard every single turn. And that is pretty nice. Like, just get to repeatedly kill something. So now, destroy an artifact or enchantment, and you can let them draw a card, destroy 2. I don't really like that too much. Another Treetop Sentries is good, but I might just take Galeport Moose. I don't have a big high-end card. I think it's a little better than Early Winter or Gale Wind Moose. This card is pretty strong. Oh, Honored Dray Leader. +1/+1 for each squirrel or food, and when one comes into play, you get another one. Yes. There's also a Tangle Tumbler thing in there, but this looks fine. Daggerfang Duo or second Pond Prophet. I really don't have very many black cards in my deck. I'm almost mono green. That's funny. I think I just take Pond Prophet. That card just really is great, especially if the Scavenger's talent wheels. Second Stargaze seems excessive. So this is tap 2 food to make this a 6/6. That's the way to crew it. Am I that good at making food? I guess I'll find out. I don't know if I'll get to play this card, but I would consider it. I don't think I want Patchwork Banner. Yeah, I don't have like millions of squirrels. I'll take a second Stargaze. I'll pretend I'll play and then I won't. Head of the Homestead, I also don't really think I'll play. Okay, we didn't get the Scavenger's talent back, but I'm not that surprised by it. That's fine. Red seemed open. Red seemed open. Oh, Rust Shield Rampager's not a 0. Let's just see where we're at. Honestly, I kind of didn't realize how mono green we were. I think the Bone Cache Overseer is still great. Saber's still good. Yeah, I would still like to play Stargaze. I don't think I have enough tokens for Tangle Tumbler. Let's see. No, not even close. I have some cash grabs. That's about it. All right, Tangle Tumbler is out. I would have liked to pick up one more of the Share Pots, the 2-mana artifact that makes a food, but I think I'll just play the Rust Shield Rampager. This card's okay. I don't think I'm good enough at self-milling to want Bark Form Harvester. All right. I think I'm in for this. Let's get in there. All right. Time for round 1. Karn versus Nissa, a classic matchup. Opponent goes first. Oh, I like this hand. I would like to pick up a squirrel with the cash grab, but if I don't end up doing so, that's fine too. And I have 2-drop into Clifftop Lookout. I have my swamp too. All right, all right. Bare Knuckle Boxer. Oh, Bone Cache Overseer. Okay, I will play this because the way I think this is going to work out is I'll go turn 3 Clifftop Lookout. I'm gonna take some hits from this Bark Knuckle Boxer first. They might not be able to play much. Yeah, they're on all forests. All right, Clifftop Lookout. And then next turn I'll go Cash Grab into Cultivator, and then I get to draw a card off the Bone Cache Overseer. Ah, they drew their red. So it goes. Teapot Slinger's pretty good. Expend 4, I take 2 damage. So let's draw Cash Grab with a Squirrel already in play. Pick up a Pond Prophet. And then play Corpseberry Cultivator. And I will exile Cash Grab. Yeah, those. And then, hold on. No attacks, but okay, I can use this. Interesting. It didn't give me another priority. I was worried it was going to skip over that. Okay, I can block the Teapot Slinger, though. Obviously, if they kill the Cultivator, that's unfortunate. I'm at 13. Don't want to sack this to gain... Yeah, I'll sack it to gain 3 life, I guess. Didn't like them killing the Cultivator. That was not ideal for me. Let's go Forager. And my thing even got exiled. Sacrifice a food. Get back the Clifftop Lookout. And then go Clifftop Lookout. Put a land into play. And then still draw a card. And then now... Oh, I guess I could have drawn a card before playing the Lookout, but sure. Now I can double block the Teapot Slinger. And I will. And hope they don't have a trick. If they do, they do. Looks like they do. Take out the trash. All right, well, hopefully they can't trigger expend this turn. Okay, they did not. So now I've got a lot of mana. Yeah, let's start with a Cash Grab. Actually, let's untap. Tap this. I have a squirrel in play, so Cash Grab. I'll get a Tree Guard Duo. I can savor the Bark Knuckle Boxer. The Teapot Slinger is pretty annoying. I could also play the Duo. I think that's what I'm going to do. Duo, target this, play this, name Black, sure. Attack for 3, and then next turn I'll double block the Teapot Slinger and hopefully take it down. If they play something first to ping me, I go to 1. All right. That's fine. I mean, it's not great, but into another, take out the trash, huh? Well, if they don't attack with the Teapot Slinger, they don't deal damage with the Bark Knuckle Boxer because I can block with Tree Guard Duo. So, I guess I'm not that unhappy either way. Actually, I kind of feel like they shouldn't attack here. Teapot Slinger is just going to keep dealing damage. Maybe I do need the put a card back on bottom, though I guess I'm not that close to that. All right, Fountain Port, huh? Start with Pond Profit, because I kind of... Let's see. And I've got enough things to forage. Let's play this and forage. Let's remove land, Stargaze, Brawl. Okay, draw a card. Yeah, I'll play the Fountain Port. Oh, I could use Bone Cash, but I don't think I can afford to do that right now. And see where they're at. I feel like I'm going to lose to Teapot Slinger pretty badly, but I mean, they can't, like, take out the trash isn't doing that much here. Okay, so block, these two block. All right. I think that's where I want to be. And then if they want to take out the trash to kill one of my 1/1s, they can. All right, they're just going to do that in order to make it so I take 2, go to 2, but I kill their Bark Knuckle Boxer. And then we basically just trade off our boards. Yeah, I don't think, well, no, I still have the Treetop Sentries. Oh, and a Corpseberry Cultivator. And I have this Fountain Port, which is nice. Let's go Cultivator. 4 tap, make a treasure token. And I can make a food. All right. And yeah, let's get these 3 out of here. And I will attack. No, I guess I don't need to attack for 2. Let's pass the turn. So I can sack food. I'll probably start by sacking a food so I don't get like burned out. And then I've got to try to kill them. I still have my moose left. I still have the hunter's talent left. Yeah, I've got some stuff. The raccoons, you can't look at their graveyard and you don't have priority. But you can look at exile. All right, I got something to look at least. And I've got 5 cards in graveyard, so I've got a couple forages left there, though I guess this can help. Oh, okay. I guess that trades for the cultivator. Sure. All right. And land. Sack a food to gain 3, and then make a treasure. Draw Bushy Bodyguard. Okay, that's a pretty nice one. So let's play this with forage. And I'll forage a card out of my graveyard. And then I think I forage a food. Actually, I could just forage the rest out of my graveyard. I don't really have much more that works with my graveyard. And then, yeah, I'll play the Root Weaver. Attack. Wow, really good I didn't attack with the Sentries last turn. I'm glad their thing was a 1/3. It would have been really bad for me if I had. That's funny. Fountain Port looking pretty nice this game too. All right. Kind of liking what's going on here. No plays. I have a treasure and a food. All right, I think I'm just going to sack the treasure to draw a card and keep the food up. Rust Shield Rampager. Random Idiot is pretty nice. Oh, Hunter's Talent as well. This is their only red. So do they have a moose or something? And I guess we'll see. Okay. Yeah, they do. Wow, they really didn't need to play that in response to this, but all right. I was kind of suspicious they had a moose anyway, so now I don't have to make a difficult decision. Play this with offspring. And I could level up the hunter's talent, but it's not going to let me attack this turn, so I'm just going to sack my food to gain a life. Oh, I can level it up with the root weaver, sure. And no attacks. I've got fine blocks here, and next turn I can attack with, well, really nothing into that moose. That's kind of annoying. I hope they attack and trade her off. I have 8 cards left. I am going to need the stupid guy who gets your cards back. If I had that card in deck, I would have probably foraged 1 fewer times out of my graveyard. Okay, they played some dorks. That's not too bad. I can start drawing cards, but I'm a little worried about what's going to happen here. Let's sack this 1/1 to draw a card. So I can level this up, and I'll deck myself pretty fast. I could attack, but the Galewood Moose eating one of my creatures. All right, I guess I just have to level this up because I'm going to need to draw my cards to win the game anyway. So, oh, like Tree Guard Duo is nice. And this gives trample. Okay. Yeah, that's one way to do it. I can put it on the Rust Shield Rampager and attack for like 11 with trample. And then, maybe, I'm just not going to think about it. I'm just going to put them all in there. Don't really care how this plays out. Was this a good attack? What do they have? They have Overprotect? Yeah, if they have Overprotect, that sucks. They can kill a bunch of stuff. Oh, they had Blooming Blast. That was not a good attack then. Oh, we're gonna get a dub, I think. I do think. All right, Tree Guard Duo. I'm at 8. All right. Attack with these 2. Give that one trample. And then I'm fine with this double block because I get to kill the Raccoon Rallier, which is definitely the scarier of those 2 cards. Pass the turn, draw a card. Oh, and I get to play the Galewood Moose. Nice. All right. Oof. Did not think we were going to win this game, but we have managed to pull off a nice little comeback. And boom. Okay, we didn't need the thing to get decked. All right, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Battling against Ashling, and let's see. On the draw, Pawn Prophet into Clifftop Lookout, setting up a Stargaze. I'm in for that. There's also a Cultivator, but you don't really need to play this unless you have like a turn 2 cash grab or something, or a turn 2 the 3/2 that makes a food, that sort of thing. Because if you're not foraging, then you can just play it later. No rush to get it into play. Oh, speaking of cash grab, I still think I'm going to make that play, the frog into frog play. The frogs have set up my squirrels quite nicely. Wandertail Mentor is really good. Taps for mana, and when you expend 4, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Turn 2 that on the play is going to be pretty tough if they have a 4-drop here, which is kind of the dream. That's what they're supposed to be doing. That's what that deck wants to do. But I like this sequence because then on 5 mana, I can play this first, then play this, and lock in getting a food. And spending my mana on turn 2 on this is pretty nice. All right, they got their counter. At least they didn't really get a bonus out of their, or like much value out of their 3/4. I didn't love drawing 2 land in a row. And then now revealed 2 non-lands, or at least I got a swamp. Swamp is good. Okay. I mean, this is going to set up a Stargaze probably on 6 mana. I'm going to get hit by the Tree Guard Duo this turn. Are they thinking of fighting or something? Well, they didn't cast something big before attacking for Wandertail Mentor. So, I guess they don't have anything? Sure. Let's go Corpseberry Cultivator. Cash grab now. The problem is if I don't cash grab now, I miss out on foraging on beginning of combat, so it's kind of tough. Oh, These are all really good. I think I actually take the moose here. Though the forager could get back one of the other ones, but I actually think I just still want the moose. And I will forage. Oh, they're going to kill my thing now. They didn't in response to my cash grab, so I got a free food. Now I actually don't want to forage. It feels like they have a fight card, and they're going to use their mana. All right, I'll pass. I'll pretend like I'm going to block. Well, they didn't use their mana. Okay. I'm not sure what entirely is going on over there. All right, well, they killed my thing. And do they have another spell to expend here? They do, though they don't get to attack at least. Well, not with the Wandertail Mentor. All right. I mean, they know about the moose. So it goes. Pass the turn. Let's hope they don't have Polywallop. That's all I got to say. Brazen Collector, sure. What's their last card? All right, I don't really have a play here. Do they have the Polywallop? They do. Yeah. Yep. So I'm basically dead now. Yeah, I mean, I can... This doesn't have trample. I guess I can chump that. Or actually... Hold on. They didn't pump that. That was kind of odd. I mean, I go to 2 here, but I did get to kill that thing at least. And my hand is Stargaze and all lands. All right. That wasn't very close. On to the next, I suppose. All right. Oh, an Assassin's Creed avatar? Sure came out and exists, and people really love it. Does anyone know about it? Anything about it? Man, my draw was good. Pawn Profit into Clifftop Lookout into Cultivator plus Cash Grab into Moose, and they had the red-green 2-drop into a 4-drop into like a removal spell into another creature into another removal spell. Yeah, they were on the play. Yeah. That's how that game wasn't close. Though if they didn't have a way to kill the moose, then I was just going to straight up stabilize. So, sometimes that happens. Obviously, they wouldn't have attacked if they didn't have the Polywallop, but if they couldn't attack and I go moose, untap, and start playing things, would feel like it was going pretty good for me. All right, let's play the Root Weaver. I've got some acceleration here. Kind of a lot, actually. 3 pieces. And Hunter's Talent is good with a lot of mana, so I just need to draw some dork and I'll be pretty happy. Oh, Whisker Quill Scribe. I have nothing to eat yet, but what if I go Heaped Harvest, get a land. Next turn I can play the Bodyguard and eat the Heaped Harvest for value. That sounds pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to copy this, though. Making a 1/1 when I have nothing to feed it, you shouldn't have offspring if you can't feed them. is kind of what this card's trying to tell you. Oh, red-green Whisker Quill. Usually the card's a little more likely to be in red-white, but it is fine in whatever. Not the best card, but it's okay. I will probably not block. Oh. Okay. So they're giving me a fish. Is that the fish swimming around? Nice. Sure. I'll take the Fisherino. I mean, I guess if I don't have a mana here, then I won't be able to cast Lookout, so I'll probably will. Oh, no, I do have the mana. All right, so now I've got a couple options. I only have 1 card in my graveyard. Yeah, let's just go Bodyguard, no offspring here. Get a forest, and then just play Clifftop Lookout. Get another land, and then pass. Putting Stargaze on the bottom? Dang, that would be a nice one. But I have a good blocker now, and I have 7 mana. So next turn, I mean, this costs 8 mana to do the whole thing. If I draw a land, I go Hunter's Talent, level it up twice, fight your thing, draw a card end of turn. Sounds great to me. And then Savor is going to be okay. Delicious. Oh. Okay, let's do this. Let's make them use removal on one of my idiots, or trade their Raccoon Rallier for a Clifftop Lookout. I'm fine with either one of those outcomes. Okay. And then hopefully they tap out and I draw a land. Okay. Land? No, but Corpseberry Cultivator is also pretty good, so let's play that. Let's play Hunter's Talent. Take out the Scribe. Level up the Hunter's Talent. And then Forage. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care too much about getting these things back. And then attack with both and make the fish into a 2/1 just to get a little bit of extra damage in. And then next turn I have 2 creatures which could qualify for the Hunter's Talent level 3, assuming that I get to attack with the Cultivator or that I get to forage off the food, which means I'm probably drawing a card. And once I've drawn a card on this, the whole you give a squirrel a nut, or give a mouse a cookie, I guess that's what it was. Oh, are they going to bounce their Clifftop Lookout? This is a little bit of a mix of things. They played 2 Valiant cards, then 2 Frog cards, and like they just don't work that well together, has been my experience. Oh, Bouncing Grotto to Surveil is not too bad. They could have a trick. Remember, they attacked their 2/2 into the Bushy Bodyguard, so I think what I want to do, if they'd leave mana up, is Hunter's Talent. Just attack with both and use Hunter's Talent on the Cultivator. And then just leave up Savor. Though I guess there's no real world where I cast Savor before attacks anyway. Forager is like the one card that made me not want to do this. But they weren't like that good to get back anyway. Okay. So now I have 2 4/3s. So if they block with Sentinel, I just pass. They play a trick. Or 2/4 power creatures. So they can put Sticky Tongue on the Bodyguard, and then they can put the Clifftop on the Corpseberry if they have Overprotect. All right, I'm just going to pass here. See what they have. They have Polywallop. Is this just going to destroy them? Now their thing doesn't win the fight, or trade for my creature. That was about the biggest beating I've ever seen. Let's level up Hunter's Talent and wait on the Forager. I almost passed the turn. That would not have been good. And then now I think we're winning handily. Oh yeah, that was really good. I don't know what their plan was there. Well, no, I do know what their plan was. It was cast Polywallop and have it work out. It did not work out. Narrator, it did not work out. I even got a food out of the deal, and then I got to level up Hunter's Talent. All right, we are cruising now. I would think it will be very difficult to win this game, or lose this game. It will be very difficult for my opponent to win the game. Yeah, they played a 4/4, and that is fine. Okay. Yeah, Clifftop Lookout's coming in. Yeah, I'll take it. They're holding priority for some reason. Weird. All right. Treeguard Duo on the fish. Play another Cultivator. Beginning of combat. It doesn't matter which one forages. They all get the benefit. Attack, and might as well make the Bodyguard trample. It kind of doesn't matter. That's the one they're going to block, but it doesn't really matter. Boo! There we go. Dub there. All right. Maybe we're getting to the swing of things here. All right. Time to battle. I don't even know who my opponent's avatars. I'm learning more about arena avatars here. Yeah, this is a fine start. We get to go turn 2 Savor, maybe kill their 2-drop into Corpseberry Cultivator and Forage. Oh, Builder's Talent. So this is an interesting card. So it makes an 0/4 wall, and then whenever a non-creature, non-land permanent enters the battlefield, they get a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control, and then when they level it up, they can get a non-land permanent back from the graveyard to the battlefield. Also, I do Cash Grab. Really good draw. It's also an instant. It's really weird. Why is that card an instant? I mean, most of the cards like that tend not to be. I'm happy, though. They got something sweet going on here. They got a nice little wall. I mean, they're getting some value. Okay, I could savor and kill that. Yeah, I kind of don't mind that because I'm going to want to do that anyway. It gets me a food, and then casting Cash Grab when you already have a squirrel in play is quite a bit stronger. So let's forage here so they can't kill it with take out the trash. They can kill it with Agate Assault, but, you know, that happens. The name Mouse. This card's really bad. You just should never put this card in your deck. Never. So it just taps for colorless, and they make mana equal to the number of creatures they have of the chosen type. So to make a mana, you have to have 4 mice in play, and you make 1 mana. Really, really bad idea to play that card. Yeah, still don't need to cast Cash Grab here. It's just Tree Guard Duo and smack for 5. Either take down a wall. Yeah, all right. Take down that wall. They're going to Guard Mouse. Is Guard Mouse going to go big? I mean, this card does trigger it if they have like an artifact to play. I guess Builder's Talent goes pretty hard with like Blacksmith's Talent. You get 2 +1/+1 counters out of the deal. All right, let's see what they got. And then next turn I get to play Cash Grab and see what I mill. The Corpse Fairy Cultivator will get bigger. War Squeak. Okay. Scry to the bottom. One of my creatures can't block. I mean, it is first strike, so I wasn't blocking anyway. They can choose whichever one they want. They should choose the Tree Guard Duo. It's slightly better. And then they get a counter. Okay. What's their next play? Do they have something else? Into an Intrepid Rabbit, giving it another counter. Oh, all right. They're trucking. Sure. I'll take 7, I guess. Draw. It's Cash Grab. Oh, another Cultivator. Yeah, that's what I'm going to want. Corpse Fairy Cultivator. Land. Cultivator. Forage. Sack this. They both get counters. Forage. Oh yeah, we'll be foraging more. Exile the non-permanents. More counters. I'm at 13 and you're at 20. This can't get anything back. Non-creature, non-land. I have a moose in hand. I'm not going to forage next turn. If they pump this, it'd be a 6/6 first strike. I block with all these. Yeah, all right. I'll be a coward for now. They only have 1 card in their hand. I have a moose coming. I feel like attacking there doesn't really work out great for me, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Their 3-tree city is just 3 mice away from adding 1 mana, so it's going. No plays. Bone Cash Overseer was my draw. No foraging for me. Pass the turn. I'll play the moose here. I would really like to draw a way to kill that Guard Mouse because all hell breaks loose if I kill that. It's the only thing guarding them from getting taken down. So, but Stargaze would also be a pretty nice draw. Treetop Sentries. Oh man. I can't forage here. I'm just going to attack with the moose. If they have a trick, they might just kill it, right? Their veteran Guard Mouse can block and get +1/+0 in first strike. But then that lets me play Treetop Sentries and forage and then get counters on all my cultivators. And at some point I'm going to have to, their Guard Mouse plus a trick is probably taking something down anyway. And then, yeah, they cast a combat trick on it. All right. They scried and bottomed. Sure. Let's play Treetop Sentries. Forage. And that draws me a card and puts a counter on both of those things. Unfortunately, I don't have the Bone Cache Overseer ready, or I would have gotten to get even more value, but next turn I can attack with Corpseberry Cultivator, I think. The big one. Though if I draw a way to forage or make a food next turn, I mean, I just get to get some really great value. Oh, okay. Stargaze, X equals 4? 5? 4 seems pretty nice. I don't need to lose infinite life, and I can play something this turn. And the Bone Cache Overseer lets me draw anyway. That was a nice draw. All right, so let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. And play a land, and then Longstalk Brawl. I think I just go fight here. Oh, that's so bad if it doesn't work. Let's actually, let's see. Oh, I can only forage once now. I should do that then. All right. I think I'll gift a tapped fish too. Because the first strike doesn't matter here, which is nice. And if they +2/+2, my thing still survives. So +2/+1. Okay, that just isn't going to work. I'm really glad I put the counter. They get a fish, I kill their thing, then they basically just die now, I would imagine. Forage. Yeah. Forage, and we are done. All right. We are getting there. That was nice. Stargaze really was good that game. So if you can stabilize the board, that card does seem like it's pretty good. 3-1. The best start I've had in a draft so far. I'm not even kidding. I mean, early access was different. I had a lot of wins in those, but early access, you're playing against content creators. Like, look at me. I can't win any games. Obviously, I'm easy pickings. Playing against the Badger. It's crushing. I'm on the play. All right. Well, I'm definitely keeping this. I wouldn't mind drawing a forest on turn 2. And by that, I mean it would be a really good draw. Because then I get to go Pawn Profit into Heaped Harvest. Heaped Harvest is kind of going up in my estimation. 3 mana, get 2 lands, trigger your squirrel is a pretty good deal. It's not very good if you have to manually, pick up the harvest, but by sacking it to gain 3. But like harvest into Bushy Bodyguard is a pretty nice little sequence. Oh. All right, let's just play the Bone Cache. Land would be nice. It's funny because I have Bushy Bodyguard and Hunter's Talent, though I guess the Talent I could potentially play. I don't really want to play the Bodyguard yet. Okay, they get a rabbit and scry 1. The cost of this. All right. Green. I'm just going to pass, and hopefully I can deliciously savor whatever they play, like a 3-2 or something. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll let them name rabbit first, which I assumed they were going to do anyway, and then I'm going to savor their 2-2. Savoring that delicious rabbit. Here, I could go Bodyguard, eat that, draw a card, and then Pawn Profit. Or I could Heaped Harvest and set up. Yeah, that seems kind of nice. I can set up a double Bodyguard. I think that's better. Just get a swamp, though. Send for 1, pass the turn. And it ramps me too, which is nice. Getting the double ramp first before casting my spells probably lets me do things a little more efficiently. Yep, this is the card that I was hoping they wouldn't have, but I still kind of feel like I have a decent spot here. Let's go cast with Offspring. I just want to leave a green up for a Pawn Profit here. Sack that. Sack this. And I'll get another green. I don't really think I need another black. And I'll just draw a card. And I drew a green. So now I think I'm going to go Hunter's Talent. Take out the Head of the Homestead. All right. I had a great turn. Look at that. And I have 7 mana available. Next turn, I'm probably just going to level up the Hunter's Talent twice. Maybe I'll play a Pawn Profit if I draw a land as well. And then start reaping the rewards. They don't have anything close to resembling attacks, though it looks like they might be taking out my bushy bodyguard. I guess if they take out my squirrels, then the Hunter's Talent plan doesn't really work. But I feel pretty good about where things are at. Bone Cache Overseer is a nice one. Sticky Tongue Sentinel. Interesting. Bounce the Carrot Cake. All right. It's like they played ahead of the Homestead, and instead of a second token, they got a Scry one. Sure, that's reasonable. Land would not actually be terrible here. I don't think I can afford to Pawn Profit, though, because if I miss on the Hunter's Talent here activation, it's just so bad for me. No attacks. I'll just draw my card end of turn. I mean, that was an expensive investment, but I don't really want to early winter their 3/3. And casting the Pawn Profit seems worse than just leveling that up, because now I don't have to spend any more mana, and I should draw a card every turn off that. Well, not necessarily always, but yeah, they're not killing my creatures, so it looks like I will be. Okay. No attacks. No, they're attacking with that. All right, I'll trade down, I guess. If they have something, they have something. Draw. Oh, that's kind of nice. Let's start with Cash Grab, I think. Gives me more selection. Let's see. I haven't played a land yet, but I think I'll still take the Rust Shield Rampager. Now I'll play a Pawn Profit. See if I can draw. Oh, they're just going to gain 3 and go get their food. All right, sure. And I wouldn't mind drawing a land here. All right, I'll play another Pawn Profit. All right, land is really nice. And then I'm probably going to sack my food to draw a card with Bone Cache Overseer, but I can wait on that. I don't think there's no way for them to stop me from doing that. So, oh geez, okay. So Warren Warleader comes out, and it says whenever you attack, you can choose to make a token or give your attacking creatures +1/+1. I don't like that. I am going to get to kill one of them, but wow, that's a good play. All right. They did it in the wrong order. I like that. All right, let's gain 3. Draw a card. Block the 2/2. Take 9, I guess. I don't like it, but you know, what are you gonna do? Land, and I have 4, 8, and 9 mana. I really have to kill the Warren Warleader, so let's just play the Corpse Fairy Cultivator. Let's forage. And I guess, do I tap the Bone Cache Overseer to draw a card? I kind of feel like I don't want to do that. I'll just draw another card. I'll pass. I mean, it could get me. There's a variety of tricks that could stop early winter from hitting Warren Warleader, but I kind of don't want them knowing they're not going to have the card. Okay, that doesn't have haste, so that's not a now problem. That's a later problem. Are they going to use that for a fight spell or something? Guess they could. If they do that, then the question becomes, do I early winter? Okay, that also doesn't really change any of my decisions right now. And before they attack, I'm just going to exile the Warren Warleader, of course. All right. I mean, it's pretty obvious I have this, I would say. And then next turn, all right, that's gone. Are their attacks good? They can attack with a bunch of 3/3s, but then I eat the War Leader, maybe trade, maybe do some chumps. They might not have good attacks. And then on my turn, I'm going to draw, let's see, 4, 8. I have 10 mana now. Yeah, let's play the Tree Guard duo. Pump the Corpse Fairy Cultivator. I think I will forage here. And then I'm going to attack with the Corpse Fairy Cultivator because it has Vigilance and it's going to get Trample. And then I have a Galewind Moose to play as well. Oh, Polywallop. Yeah. I can't stop that, unfortunately. I'm at 12 cards. I just don't think I need to tap and lose a life to draw cards here. It feels like it's just not necessary for a variety of reasons. I don't need to come closer to deck myself. I don't need to lose life, and I might need a blocker. All right, they're going to have a big Beauregard Mentor, but yeah, you know, Magic blocking does favor the defender. Oh my god. Not that much. 1919 Trample. Okay. I'm going to make attacking creatures. All right, well. So I take 16. I take 13. Block. No, I think I'm just dead. Because right now that's 20 points of trample. So -8. So let's say I block with the Moose and the Bodyguard. Hold on. So that's 9. So I go to 1. And then, all right, I guess I don't die. But, wait, hold on. Yeah, this blocks there. The Tree Guard duo is blocking the War Leader, right? That's right. And this one. So now, all right. And they don't have enough mana to make their Carrot Cake into a creature. Oh, their Baker's Bane duos also attack? No, I was just dead. 20 power creature, huh? 20. All right, well, that's one way to get taken down. Let's see if we can pick up some more dubs here. Alrighty. 3 and 2 here, and I'm on the play with a pretty nice little hand. Turn 2, probably do the whole turn 2 saver, like leave mana up for saver. Or cash grab, even better. Oh, nice. Into Heaped Harvest, into Bushy Bodyguard is going to be my plan. Oh yeah, I'll just savor that thing. That's perfect, because this means I just definitely have 2 food in play for the Bodyguard. All right. I mean, this is a really smooth draw here. Let's hope this is good enough. Interesting. They didn't play anything. All right, well, I'm going to play this with Offspring. And forage the Heaped Harvest. And I guess I'll get a Swamp, sure. And then this comes in, and I will eat this. And then they're going to play a flash creature end of turn, I think. Yeah, Mouse Trapper, 3/2, that when it becomes targeted, they get to tap one of my things. That's fine. I mean, this is a really good turn 4. It's turn 4. I have a 4/3, a 3/3, and 6 lands in play. And they just played a 3/3 Dorkarino. Well, let's just start with a cash grab and see what's up. Cultivator. I kind of like Cultivator, though. This is pretty big. I guess the Cultivator... Oh man, I milled my Stargaze. I don't like that. That would have been such a good draw. I actually think I'll take the Rampager. It feels like this is going to be a little bit bigger. And then what I can do also is I can play Fountain Port. I can play this. And then I will Brawl. I don't want to give him a tapped fish. I think I'll just Brawl and kill the Seed Pod Squire to start with. And then send, yeah. That's pretty reasonable, honestly. I had such a good draw. All right, well, that's what this deck was trying to do, so I'm glad that worked out. So we are now 4 and 2. Wow. Each win from here, the most wins I've gotten in a Bloomburrow draft so far. All right, let's see if we can get 3 more. I'd be happy with 2 more, and I'd be satisfied with 1 more. So let's see what we can end up as. Let's get in there. Opponent goes first. Honestly, I think I can mulligan this hand. It doesn't have black mana or a way to get food. Yeah, this looks a lot better. I'm going to keep this. What do I put back? It's one of these two, I'm pretty sure. And I actually kind of think... No, I'll put the moose back. That's fine. It's just the most expensive card. Seems like it would make sense to put that back. All right, well, I guess I'm glad I put it back if I drew another effectively 6 mana card. So this is going to be... Oh, that's a good card. Oh, that's a great draw. Unfortunately, this has Death Touch, so the Brawl does not work against it very well. I'll lose my creature. Oh, look, swamps that look like forests. You love to see it. Next turn, I guess I'm going to see what I draw. I drew a Saver. Oh, I do like Saver. Let's start with Cash Grab. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get a food out of this. Wow, I milled all lands. I'll take the Fountain Port. Feel like that's fine. I have black mana from the Root Weaver, and then I'm going to Saver. Guess it's just got to be this thing. It's kind of bad if this misses, so I don't really want to wait. I'll let them hit me with the Roughshod Duo, because then next turn I can play the Bodyguard and eat the food. Oh, they're not casting a 4-drop. Okay. That's kind of nice. They didn't play anything? All right. 15. I could Stargaze here, but I kind of want to just cast this with Offspring. And I think I'm actually going to sack... Let's see. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to forage both. They're going to kill my Bodyguard, sure. And that doesn't really bother me. Decline. Offspring comes in, and I will just eat cards out of the graveyard here. All right. And then I could gift a tapped fish. Oh, if they sack this, I like how that worked out. Gift a tapped fish. Put a counter on this. Fight that. I would not have gone for that if they didn't tap out, but I'm happy to do that there. Taking their thing off the board and keep leaving myself with a 4/4 just makes the Stargaze that much better. And now if I draw a land and I just can fire it off for 4, well, the Starscape Cleric, 2/1 flying, can't block. Oh, okay, let's go Cash Grab here. I'll just pick up Hunter's Talent. That card's really fantastic. Hunter's Talent. Kill that. And I think I just send for 4 here because I'd rather keep the Root Weaver back to block the fish. I think I'd rather just take less damage. They only have 2 cards in hand. The Stargaze might actually not be good this game. I mean, it still might be, but it looks like playing everything else first is going to work out better. Okay, land, because now I'm going to go Tree Guard Duo on the Squirrel, and then I'm going to level up Hunter's Talent. The Hunter's Talent is really good, and I attack for 8 points of trample. Oh, are they going to chump? Yeah, don't do that. All right, so they take it, and then maybe now is the turn where I potentially play Stargaze. We'll see what they play. That really doesn't do that much. All right, they have a lot of small creatures that aren't really doing a whole lot for them. Heaped Harvest, huh? Let's see. I could also... So if I attack with this... I kind of just want to... They're at 11? Yeah, I'm just going to attack with those 2 and pump the Tree Guard Duo before making any decisions. But I think what I'm going to do is level up Hunter's Talent and then just crack a food. That'll be my plays for the turn. Yeah, I thought they might do this. block this down. They take 4 down to 7, and then I'm going to take another 3 points of damage here from the triggers on all their idiots. Yep. Boom. This one doesn't target, the others do. That's so weird. All right. Let's level this up. Just pass the turn. Draw a card. Yeah, I think we're going to be totally fine here and don't need this Stargaze whatsoever. Oh, they get to attack for 1 and get a counter with the Hired Claw. Wow. Let's gain 3 off the food. Draw. Oh, another Tree Guard duo. All right, let's go Curious Forager then. And then I'm going to forage away some spells and then get back a swamp. Because if I go land and then duo and then pump the other Tree Guard duo, and then I get to attack for 8 points of trample, so they have to chump with the Hired Claw. We are rolling. Hunter's Talent, really good. Tree Guard duo, also a card I initially thought was like just a solid card, and it ends up, I think, being one of the better cards not the better cards in the set, but like one of the better commons, especially compared to how it looks. That said, there's a lot of 4-drops. So like the 4-mana 4/4 Raccoon that I already have in my deck, like all that, they compete for those slots. But I've been really impressed with the Tree Guard duo. Vigilance and the Pump means you usually just get to play this and attack for a pretty substantial amount of damage. It really doesn't cost you too much. All right, 5 and 2. We got an opponent right away. I'm thinking that maybe this is the redemption arc. Maybe from here we start winning. All right, opponent goes first. Oh yeah, this is a tapped green land. That's perfect. I thought that was the Grotto for a sec, or the Fountainhead, and no, this means if I draw a green, I can play a Pawn Prophet on 2. If I don't, I'll just cast the Cash Grab, and we'll see from there, huh? All right, my opponent is on the play, unfortunately. Mountain. Galewind Moose, not exactly what I want to draw on turn 1, but it does mean that I've got the late game covered. Oh, they didn't do anything, and I drew a green, so I'm just going to Pawn Prophet here. You got a removal spell, you're going to kill my Pawn Prophet. Cash Grab does let me use the Squirrel right away, but I kind of like trying to play it when I have a Squirrel in play just to lock in that food value. Kindle Spark Duo. That's not the scariest. Let's play this. I kind of feel like it's just going to die next turn, but that's fine. I might have to cast Stargaze next turn. I'd still probably cast Cash Grab first. But I feel like I'm going to get pinged and they're going to cast like... I don't know which one. Probably take out the trash on the Corpseberry Cultivator, something like that. They don't have a Raccoon in play. This is a Lizard Otter, so they don't get to loot here. Oh, they're just going for another one. Okay. Yeah, that can add up. If they've got some cantrips and stuff. Oh, they only have 3 mountains. They have no land. Okay, let me draw for my turn here. I haven't drawn any non-lands in the last couple turns, so there's that. All right, let's Cash Grab. Unfortunately, I'm not going to cast any of these this turn. I'm going to play a land. The Bone Cache Overseer is kind of nice. I think I'm just going to take the Tree Guard duo. Play a land. Cultivate. And I think I will forage my graveyard here. Especially since Stargaze is going to fill it up anyway. And I think Clifftop Lookout is the one I'm most likely to get back. All right. And then I send with the Cultivator. The worst thing about Kindle Spark Duo is that it gives your opponent priority the whole time. So it's like they're just sitting there. They can shoot with the thing, and like they're obviously going to wait on it because that's what you're supposed to do. But it just means they have to then pass priority a million times. Not ideal. All right. You got me. Pink. No, this can't shoot creatures. It's not that good. All right. Food kind of does the same thing, but when you have mana up, that's a little different. When you're just even tapped out, the Kindle Spark Duo was always looking. So I guess they don't have Take Out the Trash because they probably would have used that already is my guess. I don't know. I'm going to sack this and gain 3 life. I feel like with 2 Kindle Spark Duos in play, I'd rather do that. And if they now have an instant to kill my cultivator, I guess... There we go. Take out the trash. Okay. They have another one? Oh, so double bolting it. Okay. Yeah, I can live with that. And I go to 18, and then I play Tree Guard Duo. Another land. Incredible. All right. I mean, I'll be fine. I have a lot of things to spend my mana on. It is just kind of funny that I don't think I've drawn anything but land this whole game. That's probably not true. There's probably like one of the draw steps I didn't or something, but all right. Blue's unfortunate. That probably unlocks a card in their hand, if not more. Oh no. All right. I know it has trample, just so you know. I just want to take 1 less damage. Against 2 Kindle Spark Duos, I don't really want to chance it. And I think keeping the Tree Guard Duo around is fine. I'm just going to go for the Moose. The Stargaze, going to do nothing this game. Rust Shield Rampager is a decent draw. Alright. Obviously, if they have anything, I just lose here. But if they don't, ambushing Quake Tusk Boar is exactly what I need to get back into the game. The Moose attempts to be loose. Don't ping me with Kindle Spark Duo, please. Oh, they did not. Okay. Okay. I mean, that went well already. It's the most obvious Galewind Moose in the world, I suspect. But, oh, and now I get to play Hunter's Talent. I mean, if they didn't have something there, they're not going to have it here. I don't really see why that would have changed. All right. Now I think we're just winning. Because now I'm going to slam for 9. If they were 1 lower, I might use Hunter's Talent. But now I get to deal 9 and then play the Rust Shield Rampager. Can't kick it, but that's okay. And they can ping me, but it's going to be kind of difficult to finish me off from here. Obviously, there's ways they could do it. Flash. Oh, that does a lot of damage with the Kindle Spark Duo. Oof. Didn't think we were getting that one, but the Moose has its upsides. Also on Arena, the Moose is really good. Not only, I don't just mean like, oh, people on Arena are bad. Though, you know, like there's a variance in what you play against, of course. Mostly, and you could see this when I run into the Moose myself, you're playing best of 1. You don't really have a reason to think they have it. That said, that was a pretty obvious time when I had it. I'm not saying my opponent like made a mistake necessarily, but not everyone would attack there. There's times when you just know where you're gonna be able to tell they have it. Well, I'm not mulling any hand with Forest Pawn Profit. So, I mean, if this hand draws a land or a couple, I can go Pawn Profit into Cultivator into Tree Guard Duo. That's a pretty nice start. Oh, Cash Grab is really nice. This is a spot where actually I think I want to do this now to try to draw lands. Oh, I'm glad I did, because now I'll take the Swamp. I don't get a food, but Pawn Profit might have missed. Actually would have, though it would have drawn a Cash Grab, funnily enough. Let's play the Cultivator here. And let's eat some Cash Grabs. All right. And then if I draw a land, I can just start Tree Guard Duoing. I am duoing it. And if I don't, I can play Pawn Profit. I haven't really played against blue-white thus far. Send. They have Downdraft. Oh, Sonar Strike. Would have been nice if I could have cultivated one more. I mean, Sonar Strike's definitely a card I could have tried to play around, but at some point it's going to kill one of these anyway. And I wasn't very close to foraging again, so Wow, if I had drawn a land and been able to give it +2/+2, I would be winning this game by a lot. But, I drew a 4-drop instead, and then the land was the top card. It was not the ideal scenario, but they're not doing anything. Yeah, I guess I will play this. Gets on the board and then does an additional 2 damage with this Pawn Prophet. And if it goes without saying, if they kill the Pawn Prophet, I'm not particularly concerned. They have 6 cards in their hand. Are they going to do something? And I have enough mana to cast all my spells. I even could double spell now with this Longstock Brawl, but... Oh. Whenever Salvation Swan or another bird you control exiles, you blink something without flying. That you control, sure. It's not... it's a great card, but... I'm not too worried about it right now. Let's play another Tree Guard Duo. This is going to set up probably me fighting their Swan post-combat here. Dazzling Denial. All right. Do they have another Sonar? Yeah, I guess maybe attacking wasn't good. Maybe I should have brawled and put a +1/+1 counter. Yeah, I'm not feeling too bad about all this. The problem is they could have had a fight spell there. Oh, what is this? Whenever this or another bird or creature with flying, you get a cheaper card back. That's interesting. I can get something back with the Curious Forager, which isn't too bad. I think I'm going to play Hunter's Talent and shoot that, and then send, and then play Curious Forager. And of these cards, what do I want the most? I think I want a Tree Guard Duo. That card's really good. I don't know. I think that's reasonable. And then next turn, I could have taken the Frog Lookout. That would have also, I think, been pretty reasonable. Draw 2, huh? Ugh, it just bugs me so much you can't look at the graveyards at this point. Okay, they have a removal of Banishing Light. Yeah. Oh, Banishing Light on my ETB cards, and then I've got an Early Winter. I do like that. If they Banishing Light the Hunter's Talent, this is going to be a really good turn for me. Because I'm going to Early Winter it, and then it's going to come back into play, and my Forager is going to take down the Salvation Swan. I am taking some damage from this. Alright, they didn't play anything. Let's cast the Overseer, cast Tree Guard Duo, pump the Pawn Prophet. Alright, Tree Guard Duo is so good. Did they really just not play Banishing Light last turn at all? That would be kind of wild, to be honest. Did they think I was going to spend turn 6 just doing this twice? That's not like a completely unreasonable assumption, but they knew I had this card in hand, and even without the Bone Cache Overseer, that was going to be a lot of damage. So, who knows? Next turn, so this is a 3/4 and it puts a counter on something without flying. Yeah, they didn't really do anything. They're at 7. Yeah, they could have Crumbelievable. Maybe what I do is I go Rust Shield Rampager, Brawl. I don't think I give them a fish. I think I do this. Just didn't feel like they didn't have a response window to that. They're at 7, which means I can play this, add green. And I think that's it. They can't block a 1/1. They have to block the 3/2 and go to 2. All right. Do we get 7 wins? They could have a Wrath. That would actually be pretty good. They can't. Calamitous Tide isn't going to do it. Yeah, it's just going to be Wrath, basically. If they Wrath after good gaming, it's going to be really funny. Okay. Yeah, that's a good card. I guess they wanted to show me they had Kidnap and then couldn't cast it. And they did have the Banished Lit, and they didn't cast it that turn. I swear they had it. That was a funny turn. All right. Yep. Boom. All right. This worked out. I don't think this deck was like quite a bit better than some of the other decks I've had, but you know what? We ranked up. We got 7 wins. We kind of did the thing. Let's take a look. So I had Longstock Brawl, Hunter's Talent, which is just fantastic. Great card. Savor and Early Winter. So not a ton of removal, but definitely a reasonable amount. Double Cultivator, double Cash Grab, Bone Cache Overseer with Curious Forager. Heaped Harvest was critical. Dray Leader was okay. I didn't draw it that much. And Bushy Bodyguard, and Treetop Sentries. That Squirrel part was good. And then the Double Duo. This card has just gone up in my estimation, so be on the lookout for that. Oh, obviously Clifftop Lookout is great. Was always great. And so were the Pawn Prophets. They were totally fine. Stargaze still wasn't that good. There were times when I think this card can be good, but there's a lot of games where I just could not cast it. The Moose was good, though. This is where I don't want to spend 6 mana on, not Stargaze. So I think that's, when you compare finishers, this one was a lot better. And then the Rampager was just fine, nothing too special. The Root Weaver was fine, too. All right, that worked out, and I'm glad I got to rack up some dubs, finally. I appreciate you hanging out and watching, as maybe I learned a little more about Bloomburrow Draft, or draw better, or play better, or all three, who knows. And I'll be back tomorrow with another draft, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.